Hello, my friends. This is Chris from Chris Bergen Full Heart Tarot, and today we're going to finish up our Animals in Tarot series, talking about some of the animals that you might find in some tarot decks, but are somewhat less common, but are still important to know. So, we've talked about all of the most common horses, big cats, dogs slash wolves, birds, but there are a good handful of decks that are going to have somewhat less common animals, and if you're going to use those decks, you're going to need to know what they mean. So, just to go through some of the ones that I find come up the most, turtles, for example. Turtles can represent patience, resilience, and the importance of seeing things and taking things slowly. Another common one that you'll run into will be bats. And bats are usually connected to the sword suit. They are representative of things that can fly through the air and see in the darkness. So they usually represent some dark intellectual time in somebody's life. Another one that's pretty common is bears. Bears are all about power and strength and leadership. A lot of times when you see bears in tarot decks, it will be associated with a king because it has very much that power and strength that comes with a king kind of card. Another one that's pretty common is rabbits. Rabbits symbolize fertility, abundance, and new beginnings. Oftentimes, you'll find these on cards and in readings that are about starting a family, starting a new business. I see it in a lot of page cards and a lot of the lower numbered cards like twos. Butterflies are another one, and a little bit different than the bugs because with bugs, they generally represent creepy crawlies, but butterflies are beautiful, and it's all about transformation and growth and turning from something that is maybe insignificant or less significant in somebody's life into something beautiful and productive. And of course, there are a lot of otters in some tarot decks, which represent freedom, free will, and friendship. These are mischievous little creatures that work together and have kind of a common goal. So it's a lot of times in cards that might look a little bit more humorous and a little bit more carefree. Sometimes you see it in cards like the Fool. There are, of course, lots and lots of other animals that you may find in a tarot deck. And if you are having a hard time finding out what they mean, I personally recommend you jump over to a dream interpretation website or book because it's sometimes very similar interpretations. So if you're ever having a hard time, you can go there, or of course, you can email me and I will set you in the right direction. You can email me at chris@chrisbergenfullhearttarot.com. And if you would like a tarot reading for yourself, jump over to my website at chrisbergenfullhearttarot.com. Thank you.